All right, so this next bit is really important for the blues. You know, in the beginning of this video, I talked about the major scale, and we use the major scale kind of to define the different degrees in the progression. But there's another scale which is really important called the pentatonic scale. And penta means 5 in Latin, so pentatonic is 5 notes. And so let me just show you in the key of E. Here's one pattern. We're going to start up way up here on the 12th fret, and it would sound like this. Okay, once again. All right, so basically this is the 12th fret to 15th, and then the next string 12th to 14th. Again, 12th to 14. Again, 12 to 14. And then the highest 2 strings, 12 to 15. All right, so the pentatonic scale, it's important when you're playing lead guitar, but it's also important to create riffs for your rhythms, okay? So we'll get into that. But let's talk a little bit more about the scale itself. Again, just like the major scale, you can move it up and down and you'll have the same interval pattern, okay? So the space between the notes. So right here, you have actually 3 frets between the first 2 notes. It's called a minor third interval. And then the next one, that's just a whole step. That's a whole step. And then another minor third, or you could play it here. And then one more whole step. So right there, there's a complete scale plus an octave. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the octave, okay? All right, so the notes in E pentatonic are E, G, A, B, and D. And then when you get to here, it repeats. Whoop. Okay. So there's your octave. That's like your second octave. And you could play it here using the open strings. So this is a little bit different than this shape only because instead of playing, there's no fret here. It's just the open. Okay, so this is kind of the only version of this. It's a little bit different, okay? Now there's 5 basic boxes, okay? All right, so I just showed you the first one. And remember, if I was, let's say I'm in the key of A, where would I find that box? Okay, well, let's just think. So here was E, and the root was on the low E string. So where's our A? Okay, it's on the 5th fret, so we can play it here. All right? Now, a lot of, sometimes guitarists will complain that they, when they learn scales, they're just playing them and it sounds like a scale. So the point isn't just to go up and down the scale. You're going to want to, these are just a collection of notes, and you can use them, like I said, in lead guitar. We'll have a whole section on that. But we can also use them in our riffs. Anyway, getting back to the boxes, here's the first box. Now the next shape is going to be like this. Whoop. So that's 3rd fret, 5th, 2nd to 5th, 2nd to 5th, 2nd to 4th, and then 3rd to 5th, 3rd to 5th. Now there's different ways you could finger this. For example, you could start this one off with your 1st and 3rd finger. You could also start it off with your middle and pinky so that you're in position for the next one. And then up here, again, you could play with these fingers, or you could just shift up like this. I would recommend practicing it both ways. As far as how this pattern is derived, again, it's just those same notes, the E, G, A, B, and D. So here's your G, here's your A, B, D, E, G, and just keeps repeating. A, B, D, E, G, A.